Hello and welcome to this video, the next in my series of maps of the world. The world in this video is Earth, and more importantly this time we are focusing on Italy. Italy is known for food, football and fashion. We'll go for fashion. So, this is Italy. As I'm sure you are aware, as you can see and know, Italy is in the shape of a boot, a high-heeled boot. And in case you ever asked, hey, what's inside that high heel? It's the Golfo di Taranto, of course. Everybody knows that. So, Italy is bounded to the west by France, to the north by Switzerland, Austria, and to the east by Slovenia. And on the right hand side here, also known as east, we have the Adriatic Sea. To the south we have the Ionian Sea. To the west we have the Tyrrhenian Sea. To the north we have the Ligurian Sea. Now there are a few famous places in Italy that most of you will know, you will have heard of course, the massive city-state of San Marino, and the other massive city-state, Vatican City, which is inside Rome, which is inside Italy, which is inside Europe, which is inside the Earth, which is inside the solar system. But we can go on. I'm talking too much, I've had too much sugar, but you don't care. Nobody cares. So, now, as I've mentioned, we have Rome. Rome is the capital of Italy, and I'll point out a few other important cities and places. Basically, I'm going to be pointing out football places, football teams. It's what we know. Stick to what you're good at, they say. So I'm going to waffle and point out places of football teams. In the north here we have the Dolomites, which is maybe where Dolmio pasta sauce comes from. It's only a guess. Probably not true. So we have in the northwest we have Milan, famous for football and fashion. And we have Turin, or Torino as it's called, famous for football. What other places do we have? Let's see. Rome, Turin, Milan. There's bound to be more to Italy than that, wouldn't you think? Of course we have down the south here, we have Sicily with Palermo, and in the east coast we have the ancient city. It's a bit too shiny there, you can't quite see. So you turn the light down. No, that's brighter, Kevin. You might be able to make out at that size Syracuse, which has ancient ruins. And then just in the northeast of Sicily we have Mount Etna, famous for always being in crossword clues as active European volcano, 4 letters. That's Etna. So let's see, at the tip of the high heel here, that's the high heel, at the tip of the shoe, we have Reggio di Calabria, and this area here is known as La Silla. Then this area on the right is Limburga. And then there's not many more regions shown on this map that I can figure out or see. Running down the centre of Italy, apart from the word Italy, which I don't think is actually there, these are the Apennines, a series of mountains, I'm guessing, a bit like the English Pennines. Maybe they stole the word off the Apennines. Who knows? There's some homework for you. So, let's see. We have Cosenza, Catanzaro, Salerno, Naples, of course, famous for Napoli, and pizza, and maybe ice cream. Who knows? Then we have Civitavecchia and San Vincenzo, Siena, Ravenna, Ancona, Pescara, Campomarino, Manfredonia. Just pointing out random places here. Then on the west here, in the Tyrrhenian Sea / Mediterranean Sea, we have Sardinia, which is famous for having Calgary, which is famous for having a football team. Then this northern part here, that's Corsica, but that belongs to France. But we won't mention that then. So then, moving up the western coast, we have Livorno and Pisa, famous for having a wonky tower. Viareggio, La Spezia, and then here we have Genoa, which is famous for Genoa Football Club, and this is the Gulf of Genoa. Moving down the west here we have San Remo, which then the next bit is Monaco, which is of course part of France, kind of, maybe, sort of thingamajig. So next up we will look at the top northwest of Italy. So we have, as I said, Turin, Novara, Alessandria, Acqui Terme, Alba. Then we have Milan, Vigevano, Bergamo, Como, which could be where the lake is. We have Bergamo, Brescia, it's not a football club, Piacenza, Parma, Carpi, Modena, Ferrara, Verona, Bolzano. I think being up in the Alps is probably a ski resort. You can't see what I'm doing because I'm not paying attention to the thingamajig. Camera. We have Trieste, which might not be part of Italy. It's sort of awkward there, where I can't quite tell. And we have Venice, or Venezia. So this up here is the Gulf of Venice. We have Chioggia, Ravenna, Rimini, Pesaro, Fano, Ancona, Pescara. These are all the coastal towns and cities. So let's go a bit inland. So we have Altamira, Potenza, Capaccio, Montaglia, Lucera, San Severo, Trevento, L'Aquila, Ascoli, Piceno, Tivoli, Viterbo, Orvieto, Temi, Perugia, famous for football team. I think that's Arezzo. Can't see if that's an R or a T. Oh, Florence. Famous Firenze. Famous city of Florence, home of the Renaissance. We have Pistoia, Fivizzano, Bologna, Modena, what looks like Ferrara, Rovigo, Padua, Vicenza, Treviso, Udine, which I'm guessing is where Udinese are from. It's funny, I made it a list of a whole bunch of Italian places and how to pronounce them, and I really can't find most of them, which is kind of weird. Porto Maggiore, I think that was one of them. Chioggia. Cerignola, just there below Foggia, famous for football team. Let's see. Catania, Bianco, Saverato, Crotone, Taranto, hence the Golfo di Taranto, and Gallipoli, Lecce, Brindisi, Bari on the southeast coast, Barletta, Molfetta, Vieste. And we have the river Radano. I think that says Ofanto. And we have another mountain just to the west of Vieste. We have Monte Calvo. And to the north we have Isole Tremiti. And we have a bunch of islands on the west coast as well. Isola di Capri, Capri Island, or the Isle of Capri, which I believe Chrissy Fields lived. Isola di Scia, Isole Ponziane, Gaeta, Anzio, Apria, Frosinone, Sessa, can't make out that second letter, Campo Basso, Trevento, Atessa, L'Aquila. Yeah, sort of getting Lago di Bolsena, which seems to be one of the biggest bodies of water in Italy, at least as far as this map goes. San Vincenzo, Siena, Empoli, Lucca, Pistoia, Massa, Viareggio, Livorno, Parma, Genoa, I think I'd say it's Savona, Rivoli to the west of Turin, sort of looking for other places that I recognize that I haven't mentioned, but I don't really see many more. Naples, Napoli, Cesena, Aversa, Pompeii. that's not the Pompeii. The Pompeii's in Greece, isn't it? I think so. So there we go. There's a brief look at the map of Italy. Ships like about the Golfo di Taranto, Sicily, Sardinia, Rome with Vatican City inside, San Marino, Turin, Milan, Genoa, Florence, Naples, Bari, Salerno, Palermo. Lots of beautiful islands and historic cities. So there you go, folks. That is Italy. Italia. Cheerio, bye.